doesn't fracture. Hey, doesn't matter.
It don't matter what they say, we gon' talk anyway. Bell rings, mic check, let the real ones play. From the legends to the new blood climbing the ladder. Welcome to the show, it doesn't matter. Notorious Dom set the tone, main event status. BDC bring a fire, every take savage. Strap facts with the knowledge, history splatter. Poppy planting no wild card, say it loud, it doesn't matter. No filter, no bias. This is the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the It Doesn't Matter podcast. I'm your host. I'm Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with BDC. I am here with Strap Facts. And I'm here with the Dominican Dream, baby, Poppy Platano. And this is his choice. Tonight, we are covering Big E. This is the first episode of March, and we're not easing into this one. Big E's in-ring career, it is over. So tonight, there's no fantasy booking. There is no what ifs. We're talking about the man. We're talking about the powerhouse, the man that won an NXT title. We're talking about the guy who loved Goldberg and the man that cashed in that money in the bank to become that WWE champion. Like I said, this is Platano's choice. Strap, BDC, Platano. Let's talk about legacy. Let's talk about power. Let's talk about Big E. Fellas, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
Not much, man. Happy day ending in Y.
I'm not sour. That's
Don't
good.
you dare.
I
be
didn't.
sour.
I didn't.
All right. Well, this show is not a debate show. We're not fantasy booking. We're showing this man love. We're giving this man flowers. It's all about Big E. And first of all, happy birthday, Big E. This is why we're doing this for you and your retirement. It's only fitting. It matters.
It does.
So we're going to talk about the 5 count. We're going to talk about the domination. We're going to talk about the inspiration. We're going to talk about this man winning titles. Let's do it. Let's talk about Big E. Let's take it back to his NXT days. Guys, Platano, this is your show right here. Your choice. What was your first memory of him in NXT?
Crazy thing is, I didn't watch NXT when he was coming up. I went back and looked at a lot of highlights and stuff, and he was very impressive, man. The guy's just a powerhouse, which isn't my style. He's more the Bret Hart style, where more technically sound and ground and pound, that William Regal stuff. But something about him, man, he just caught your eye when you look at him. You're like, this big dude, he can move, very athletic. I mean, could do a lot of different things, and the fact that he was undefeated for so long, it was pretty good to see someone like that. And he brought back a gimmick that wasn't being used for over 20 plus years. Just like the song said, 3 ain't enough, I need 5. So just going back to that, I was like, ooh, let me look at Etor, Big E, Langston at the time. So I went back, did some highlights. I found out he was actually the second ever NXT champion.
Yep.
And the guy he beat, Seth freaking Rollins. So,
Yep.
What an accomplishment, man. What an accomplishment. If you guys do want to check a quick highlight of that, I highly recommend to look it up on YouTube, how he actually won that match. It was basically, the Shield was basically on their way coming up. Seth was the champion at the time, too. Because I guess the week prior, Seth was going against Corey Graves, and the Shield interfered right when Corey Graves was about to make him tap out. And unfortunately, because of that, they set the match up for the following week. Big E came in, became the new challenger, and let the chaos begin. We have a new NXT champion as the Shield is going up to the main roster.
All right, BDC. What about you? What was your first thoughts on Big E? What's your first memory of him?
Dude's a freak. That was my first thought. I saw him in the ring, and he was just impressive. He was just taking people out. It was very, very interesting to see because like first off, the dude's big as a house, right? And then you look at him in the ring, and the dude moves very well for a guy of his size. And but don't get it twisted. It's like, yeah, he can move very well for his size, but his game was power. His game was power. And he had no problem showing it off at any given time. Um, I think one of the things that I will say is that, you know, we've got so enamored by how he was in on the main roster, especially once he joined the New Day, that you forget that there was a very serious, very dangerous guy that used to do this thing in NXT and in the early days of his run on the main roster. He was an absolute beast. He was an absolute beast.
Strat, what about you? What are your first memories of Big E Langston?
My first memory of of Big E is that when he debuted, attacking John Cena in a match with him and Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee, the future, the Intercontinental Champion. So, and you know, people come, they debut, they disappear, they stick around, they might get pushed, they might separate, get a new gimmick. You never know. You just never know. So there's a lot of questions risen from a debut, and I was like, gee, great. You know, I don't like these guys pigeonholed into certain spots, and you see this guy come out, you're like, oh, great, big powerhouse, probably has an accent, gonna play the foreign menace or something. Because I didn't know anything about Big E before until that debut, you know. So he came in, and he was that, and it was like, all right, here comes the big bad Broody Daddy, and eventually he spoke. He had a promo, and he sounded whatever most people consider normal. And he wasn't playing. He didn't have an accent. He didn't pretend to talk with in a growl. I'm mean. He didn't do any of that. He defied your bias and expectations, and you can look back at that debut and say like, that's, I mean, in various forms, like that's the man himself. He's genuine. He's not a phony. He's not a fake. So looking back at his whole history, it's like that was nice. So that was my first impression of Biggie, that he came in, he wasn't who I thought he was going to be. But that's those are my thoughts on his debut.
All right, when I first seen Big E, this is when NXT was on Hulu. I subscribed to Hulu to watch NXT, and yes, I seen the beginning. I seen NXT Takeover Arrival. I seen all that, and then Big E, he had a presence to him. He's a big dude. I'm like, all right, he has potential, but did he have charisma? They didn't show it in NXT. I'm like, all right, so once he go to the main roster, he wasn't going to amount to nothing. He ended up on the main roster. He was the bodyguard for Dolph Ziggler, and he's with AJ Lee. And yeah, he was just right there, but he was impressive. I know how the man got busy in NXT. I was like, all right, I can't wait to see what he does in the main roster. And then it finally evolved, and yeah, I definitely dug Big E, and the 5 count was very impressive in NXT because 3 ain't enough. Give me 5. I could beat you in 3. What about 5? And he was beating cats like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was pretty cool.
Yep.
That's all you kept seeing. That's all you kept seeing. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier that he brought back a gimmick that hasn't been used in years
Yep.
by Hulk Hogan's second WrestleMania opponent,
King Kong Bundy.
King Kong Bundy. Every time he go to the bank, you're stunning for the man Bundy. Yeah,
Quick question, guys. Do you think that 5 count gimmick, do you think will work today?
absolutely.
If so, with who?
Oba.
Why?
Cause 3 ain't enough. I need 5.
Because Oba will literally knock somebody out for 15 if he wanted to.
Yeah.
That's-
You know, this might sound ironic, but they should have given it to Ridge Holland.
You ain't getting up after 5. Hell, not even 10.
They gave him something that started with F.
What the really, John? Of all things.
Hey, you ever heard of a double casket match? Let me tell you, brother. World Championship Wrestling.
Oh man.
Yeah, as an aside there, It Doesn't Matter podcast panel, I didn't know that's why that said the beginning of his theme song. I didn't know why they said that.
Oh, really?
Oh, you never knew that?
Today. See? You learn things all the time right here
I need 5.
on the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
3 ain't enough, I need 5.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Give
I thought it was
your
about
ass
something.
some time
I was
stay
led to believe it was
alive.
about something else. So I'm like, okay, cool, very nice.
Yeah, it's funny how some gimmicks go into the songs and then you're like, oh, I get it.
There it is.
I guess Stratfax don't know everything. He don't know about the early days of NXT.
Stratfax
I
didn't
didn't
have
know either.
Hulu. back
You
then.
kept telling me about it. Yo, subscribe to Hulu. I'm like, man, I ain't had another damn app.
3 months for 99 cents.
I know you was trying to get me out.
The good days.
Oh man.
And then it finally went
Finally
on WWE Network.
Hey, once it was on the network, I'm like, I'm good.
Yep, definitely watched it. All right, so my man Big E, one of his favorite wrestlers growing up was Goldberg. What am I do? I got the tattoo of Goldberg, and Goldberg was a powerhouse. Big E was a powerhouse. Goldberg did the spear. Big E did the spear through the ropes, and it looked like he was going to kill himself every damn week when he did that. I hated that move when Big E did that joint.
Not because he did it, but you just feared for the man's safety.
Right.
That's
That's
like Rich Holland doing that.
Someone getting a fax?
No, I'm just gonna say.
But nah, Big E, he was at the time the modern day Goldberg. He had a lot of explosive offense, but he did show more personality than Goldberg.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Goldberg was very guarded in the way he was. I mean, he had a presence about him that a promo didn't even be needed. He just showed up and that was it. Literally, for the audio audience, if you're not looking, you need to watch.
Your character was when he slammed his head into a locker before he came out to the ring.
I've seen that before in playing football. Trust me, I'm just looking at this guy. I'm like, you meathead.
Just like Big E, Goldberg was one of my guys growing up. Fellas, who was your guy growing up? Let me know.
Brett.
No, you kick it off.
Brett.
So that's why you're so bitter?
No, I keep a lot of traditions going, and I don't like to change. And if I see change, it was Bill Goldberg that changed it.
And you used to put people in the sharpshooter.
I did.
There you go. Strat, what about you growing up?
I don't know. I mean, when it was Shawn Michaels, of course. Uh-oh. But yeah, right guy at the right time. Shawn Michaels, 1996, WWF champion. When I first started watching wrestling, of course, it was the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Something about this American Cuban assassin really got me to like him a lot. I don't know. He oozes machismo. So early on, it was Razor Ramon, but I watched both shows on Nitro. I love Sting, and I don't think I knew Lex Luger before that, but Sting, Luger, all the guys, and I loved watching Nitro, especially because Hogan and Macho Man, Flair, the Giant, the Dungeon of Doom. It was special times. It was just you can look back and make fun of it, and boy will we.
I can see you stinger splashing people.
Oh, I love the stingers. I used to take like these markers, and I would color on my foot the LOD mask, hawk with the red on my foot. Yeah, I just marked it on my foot, red, and the black spiky thing, and then I couldn't do animal. He was too complicated.
Why on your foot?
I don't know, just someone drawn that no one could see except me.
This ain't Toy Story.
And
Property of Andy.
John.
Backwards J.
I know. LOD. Lon.
I mean, this, I don't know why it reminded me of this, but they had WCW, the Mayhem, the music CD.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had two covers. I think Sting was on one, Goldberg was on the other. Goldberg was the better looking cover to me.
Yeah.
It was the same CD, and it came with the logo of WCW Monday Nitro, like a temporary tattoo. So I took that, and again, try to put it in the word of the day, innocuous place. So I put it on the back of my neck, the nape of my neck, if you will. And my dad saw it, and he saw it, and then he came over. He's like looking at it, and he was like scratching at it, like what the, like is that, like is that real, fake? I'm like, and then he started going through the spiel like, you want a real tattoo? Get a real tattoo, and because he has tattoos on his thigh, and he has some, I don't even know, but he definitely had tattoos on his legs. And he's like, you want a real tattoo? You get a tattoo like this, blah blah. I was like, I don't want a tattoo.
So your dad got a thigh tattoo?
Yeah, I don't know what any of them are, but he does have some tattoos. Yeah.
Does he got the Albert? Remember Prince Albert got the little Chinese shit on his thigh?
Well, this one's a recipe for pho, but that's something different.
Poor dad.
Sprouts.
You said bean sprout.
What?
Yeah, you put bean sprouts in your pho.
Oh,
You can eat it plain if you want.
Look at BDC. He's trying not to react.
Because he wants some of that delicious pho.
Foe.
I'll accept pho as well, but the one I heard was fa, like PHA. I'm like,
I need five. I need five.
like, I don't get that one. Fa. I'm like, okay. Pho, sure. Anyway. Fee, fi, pho, fum.
Noodles ain't enough. I need pho.
Biggie hungry. He hungry.
Yeah. So you had a barcode in the back of your neck?
I also wanted one of those because I don't know if you remember Jessica Alba's debut show, Dark Angel. That whole gimmick is they were
that was a good show.
Like militarized children or children soldiers. So they barcoded their neck. So that's what that was.
Your shit look like the damn Spotify logo in the corner.
John's got good signal. Let me see. I have one also in my pelvic region, although it kind of looks like a tennis ball. Yeah. Franklin.
Oh, Lord. You talking about the turtle?
Franklin gets excited.
Hey, it's Frank.
If you take a jar of baby gherkins and you relabel it turtle dicks, no one will ever eat them again.
Oh, Lord.
Roman Reigns, 1,455 days as your undisputed WWE. It's an old one. It's an oldie but a goodie.
BDC, who was your guy growing up?
Let me answer that for him. I think his
guy.
Definitely Buzz Sawyer, if you ask me. Definitely Buzz Sawyer.
You want to see the best of Buzz Sawyer? Check out how him and Tommy Rich.
Absolutely the fuck not. No, Taker was my guy coming up. We've had this discussion before. Taker was my guy coming up. Yeah.
So he was tombstoning people back in the day?
Well, I mean, when I could, I could, but I was choke slamming the hell out of people though. That was happening. Definitely choke slamming people. Motherfucker. Yeah, that was a lot.
You rolling the eyes back too?
Yeah, oddly enough, yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh man.
I've had an affinity for long coats before Taker came along. That just influenced it. So I always had a longer than waist length coat, and I had a black one. And even though I never got that hat, I always had a long coat. And yeah, I was rolling the eyes back in the day.
Still got it?
Yeah.
Still got it?
Do I still have it? I may have it still, but I don't think I want the headache associated with it right now. So,
You can rock it like the Million Man March.
God, where's the show going?
this show left a trail a long time ago.
Take his breath away.
left the track a long time ago.
Oh man.
Wow.
But
Biggie.
yep.
Big E Langston.
Big E Langston. Big E. All right, guys, let's talk about the New Day. Back when Kofi was lost in the sauce, they didn't know what to do with Big E. Xavier Woods came out, said, "Hey, I got something we should do. We should all get together." And we got the New Day and one of the longest tenure tag teams at that time, and they were your WWE Tag Team Champions.
Do you realize that they formed that team mainly for Kofi? That Xavier and Big E was like, if we form this team, we got to get Kofi because we got to
Basically.
make him world champion.
Well, they didn't
All
think about
these
the world
years-
champion thing, but it just
I know.
played out to happen to be like that.
I think honestly, yeah, that they saw the potential in Kofi and they were like, if he's with us, yeah, we're goofy. Yeah, we have our own personality.
Big E wasn't goofy at the time.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about
but
maybe behind closed doors and backstage, you actually see what his real personality is. We're like, yo, we're gonna bring that out here one day, but we're gonna make Kofi the center point of this because he's getting miscast and he's not being put in the right position. So
It was
we'll
supposed
have
to
him
be
with
like
us.
like the nation, because they seen Xavier Woods, they seen Big E lose the matches, seen Kofi's. You know what? You all about to get cut. You about to get cut. You about to get cut. Put you all together. Oh, we got a little something right here.
And I don't think anybody saw what they
no way. No
Strap.
way.
man.
When did the tides turn? They was getting booed like crazy until, was it WrestleMania 31? Santa Clara?
Yes.
I was
I
right.
mean, the new-
I was there.
The original New Day
So was I.
was a gimmick, dying a slow death, and I mean they have a good sensibility about them, so they knew that even though they're supposed to be faces and they're getting the heel treatment by the fans, they're still playing it up smartly, intelligently to be like, we got to maintain our babyface act, even though they're booing the hell out of us, because that's the heat, that's the gimmick. And I think it was at the day after WrestleMania Raw, back when those mattered. That's the one where because it was always a raucous, great crowd. I mean, entertaining to be in for sure. But when the crowd kind of took over the show again, especially during the Divas match, yelling all sorts of terrible things you could never say on a podcast. And but anyway, so but that's around that weekend, that's when people really started like, hey, we don't like this for Kofi Kingston and the two other guys, and we're going to rebel against it. So we're just going to boo this act because we think it's stupid. But they started really embracing it, and around that time, that's around WrestleMania 31. That's when the New Day started, embracing it, still pretending to be baby faces. And I think they're not. I wouldn't call it their apex, but at that year's SummerSlam in Brooklyn, that's when they they're like, they're super over, and then they would maintain that level for like the next 3 years. So
They was so over. They had their own box of cereal. They got they had everything. Xavier Woods with the Iron Sheik boots, them shits high. I always want a pair of them joints. Big E, he just laughing and showing so much personality. They throwing out pancakes. I don't even eat pancakes.
Dude was doing splits in the ring.
Big E doing splits. They cheesing.
Francesca 2.
Francesca 2.
Francesca
1, 2. They had Stone Cold dancing.
Oh yeah.
And he's Xavier Woods.
What's the New Day's best match at WrestleMania? They didn't have any, but they had lots of great moments at WrestleMania.
They had a big box of bootios on the stage, and it came out dressed as it wasn't the Gold Ranger, right? Who the fuck did that?
No, they were playing Super Saiyans. Well,
Saiyans.
Yeah, they came out dressed as Saiyans.
Dragon Ball Z, brother. Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
White Power Ranger.
GCD.
They
White
came out.
Power.
They came out in the Vegeta Nappa gear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Vegeta.
Sorry, fans. He's not into Dragon Ball.
I hardly knew her.
Foe.
Need 5.
I know John's trigger word.
Oh man, but yeah, them boys they got hot, and then they had a rivalry. They had a war with the Usos. Them two tag teams. They were going back and forth. Hell, we seen the first ever tag team Hell in the Cell match with these teams, and it's always be Big E with either Kofi or with Woods. Big E was always that go-to guy, always.
Yeah, he
It was
was.
rare that you've seen Woods and Kofi tag team besides now, but
Now,
Yeah.
look what happened.
Yeah. Like that really started to happen when Biggie went on his own. When he went on his own, they had kind of had the tag team by themselves with each other because he was off being a single star. They had shipped him over. I think they had shipped him over to SmackDown or one of the vice versa. They had broken him up, sent him off.
they didn't break
to
him
be
up.
by-
They didn't break up.
They
were
sent
still
him off.
together.
They sent him off to be on his own, but he was still part of the New Day, even though they were on Raw. He was on SmackDown. Yes, did not technically break them up. But yeah, that was when they kind of started tagging. But those feuds with the Usos were legendary, man. They're legendary.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, people thought that when Big E was going to do the whole solo thing that this is going to be the end of the New Day, but nah, they embraced it. They definitely embraced it, and Big E, he won the Money in the Bank. Then he cashed in on Bobby Lashley.
Yep.
He said it
what a
too. He
move
said, "I
towards
don't care who's the winner of this match. I'm cashing it in."
He said it. He meant it.
Yeah, he said it.
Was that
we
on
were
Raw?
all like, yeah, during COVID.
Oof.
I think it was during COVID.
And
Maybe was it?
Strap, when
Big
was
E,
it? Can't hear you, Strap.
still can't hear you, Strap.
It was in front of people. 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 It was in front of people.
Hey, did you say it was in front of people? I just want to make sure I heard that right.
The fuck did you say?
The foe, you say?
I was looking at the police skidding on the ice in front of my street.
All right. Lato's going to take care of it in a few minutes.
What are you talking about? Pato sleep.
Oh, man. But
Yeah.
that was a good moment. It was a excellent moment. Everybody, it was a good feeling moment for everybody. Everybody.
Boston.
September 13th, 2021.
Blackjack.
So we were back from COVID.
Yep.
Thankfully.
And then he was one of many black superstars to go to the Brock Lesnar school of "I'm taking your title."
Jesus.
An allegory for true life.
Man, I remember when Survivor Series champion versus champion, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, then Big E. Oh, here we go.
That was a battle.
What? I don't think was it a battle?
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta rewatch. I just remember Roman Reigns getting the win.
I just watched it.
Roman got the win.
But
Roman got the win, but that was Biggie. Biggie put it on. That was a battle.
I gotta go back.
Yeah, you go back and watch that. You were like, damn. It's one of those things where you actually get to appreciate Roman Reigns a little bit more and more when he's gone from the spotlight a little bit. You look back and you're like, this dude really was so selfless. Like you think it's all about him, but he's really is making a lot of guys around him better than they were before they even got to him. So
And you found me for acknowledging the Tribal Chief when he made an appearance. Like he's gonna show up in Boston on March 23rd.
Good, he can have that.
Have fun.
Have fun. You know the garage and you know the restaurant to go to, so you're all set.
The hotel too. Yeah. Oh man.
I don't want to break the format here in case I'm going to, but my focus when thinking about the Big E show, I did two things to prepare for this show. And one of them was watching the 24 documentary on Big E. I didn't know when. I don't recall ever watching it before.
I've seen him before.
And,
Before I sent
I
it
did
to
and
you.
I didn't know when it came out. So I don't think he was injured yet.
No, he
No.
wasn't.
But that's where I learned about the the FCW and the behind the scenes stuff like that. That's why I don't really like. I mean, I don't go out of my way to watch things like Unreal or Total Bellas or
Still haven't seen
Divas.
it.
But I am, or Ms. and Mrs. Like, I'm kind of interested because even seeing glimpses of a back, behind the scenes stuff, even if it's staged, it's like there are moments that aren't. So you just see people walking in the background, things like that. So I enjoy those things. So that's seeing the history of Big E more, because like I said, I only saw him on his Raw debut. I didn't know the NXT FCW stuff really. But in one shot, they're at the gym, John Cena's gym workout, and Big E making that record.
That clip is so famous
550,
too.
575, and you see
Mhm.
Roman spotting him, and like at the time he's oh, did you remember his name? Leaky,
Liaki.
The Yaki.
Delicious. And so then the second thing I did to prepare for the show is I was very focused on that match that we're talking about, the Survivor Series champion versus champion Big E and Roman Reigns. And I was there in attendance. So I watched it live, and I think I was reminded of during the rewatch of this match that everyone was expecting The Rock to show up because it was the 25th anniversary of his debut. They played a lot of hype videos for The Rock, but they never exactly said he was going to be there. But everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he'll be
He'll be there.
yeah," and he
He
didn't.
wasn't there.
So that kind of overshadowed the thing because during the match, Roman hit they actually called it a rock bottom type maneuver. It's like, man. So it's like, okay, that's teasing The Rock, but you couldn't hear that in the arena. But in the arena, you saw the move, you recognized the move. You're like, oh, he's coming, So that kind of overshadowed the crowd a little bit. As for the match itself, Big E's, glad he won the world title, beat Bobby Lashley, the boss, he beat a boss. But in his, his ending, how he won it, and we know how he lost it. In a throwaway 4-way match that I don't think he was supposed to lose at that moment, but originally on that day one pay-per-view, it was Roman and Brock, but Roman had COVID or something, so they had to change it, and they put Brock in the other match with Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Big E, and maybe one other guy, Lashley actually. So we know how it began, we know how it ended, and it's kind of like, well, did he have any defenses? Like, I mean, beginning and end, okay, that's the easy ones to know, but did he do anything of value in between? It's like, well, he defended against Bobby Lashley again. Okay. I don't remember anything else, but I do remember him versus Roman Reigns. And so that's why I was really interested in rewatching this. And it started really slow. The crowd was into both guys. And I was just thinking about this. I'm like, I know Roman won on the rewatch. I was just trying to see if it was a fair match. I hate, we hate the bullshit. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. The DQs, countouts, run-ins, this, that. It's like, I think it was a fair match. Let's check it out. And was there cheap finish in there? No, it wasn't. Roman worked. It was very slow in the beginning. A little too slow for my taste, but I was like, they're doing something. They're trying to build something. And the finish of the match is, Roman, found a loophole of sorts, targeted Big E's knee, and the finishing sequence, Roman attacks that weakened knee, and Big E trips a little bit, and he's distracted by his knee pain. Roman hits the ropes, hits the second spear of the match from him, and then he beats Big E, and I'm like, yes, good. Good finish. So, and that's something Big E can be very, very proud of. Like he took the loss, but he looked like $1 million in it. And that's all you need. That's what you need to do to be a memorable and good WWE champion, world champion, is to just have a really great match that fans can look up at any time and be like, that was a good one.
Completely agree.
Agreed.
I agree. All right. Well, we know Ridge Holland was the reason why Big E had to retire. He wanted to come back, but doctors advised him, "Nah, don't do it, just because you could be paralyzed." Well,
Yep.
he's back, still working for the E, and you know, you guys think that his career is it Hall of Fame worthy?
I think it was on its way to be undeniably Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think unfortunately the injury kind of holds it to a little bit of a less to what we really were gonna get,
Yeah.
but if you put it all together, his NXT days, all his time with New Day, his 2 Intercontinental titles, and his World Championship, Big Etor, that dude left such an impact that it's very unvalued and very underrated. He's one of those underrated, undervalued guys that you don't realize how much of an impact he left into the game, man. He
Right.
came in one way and then he left a different way, and very respectful, man. From what I've seen, very knowledgeable.
Very.
Um, yeah, very respectful, like I said, and as a student of the game, you hear it a lot with these wrestlers that some of these guys come in from other backgrounds and never even watched the program or know anything about the history, let alone like actually want to put in the effort to try. We all know his from the 24/7 or whatever it was that he had. His dad was like, "Hey, no, none of that wrestling stuff in my house." But dad, you're watching the Divas. Don't tell your mom. Get out of here.
Daddy was a pastor.
His daddy was a pastor because once he saw Miss Jackie,
Daddy was Daddy was
everything
passed
became
over.
unholy in this house.
Daddy was passed over.
Oh man. Mm-mm.
Oh man, but yeah, I think honestly though, well deserved Hall of Fame. We unfortunately didn't get to see his full potential because he was probably on his way back to the title.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, he just
absolutely.
had that bad incident.
Absolutely. I think that he's going to get in one or two ways, possibly both. He's definitely. If you think New Day is not going to be in the Hall of Fame, you're silly. New Day is definitely Hall of Fame bound at
Yep.
some point when all three of these guys are retired. Or it may not even be all three of them. It'll be when Kofi retires, then it's 2 out of 3. That'll be enough to trigger New Day going in. I think Big E, for everything that he has done within NXT, within WWE as a member of the New Day, and even without. I think that he will have a spot in the Hall of Fame at some point. It won't be immediate, I know that for sure, but it'll be down the line. Generally, if you win the WWE Championship, you stand a pretty damn good chance of making it, unless your name is Jinder Mahal. But anyway,
Fuck,
um,
took my answer.
I would say that he definitely will be in one or two ways, if not both. That's just my opinion on it. I think he's done enough. He's done enough to secure entry into the WWE Hall of Fame, definitely with New Day. But I also think he's done enough to do it as a singles competitor too.
All right. Strat, what about you?
Unfortunately, I disagree with that. I don't. I mean, being the WWE Hall of Fame, it already has a different set of rules, so they can entirely, uh, in the future, base him as a main event Hall of Famer. As a main event attraction. But he definitely. I mean, I definitely gets in as a part of the New Day. I hate to say, gets in the same way like X Pac and DX got in. X Pac was never a world champion, but X Pac has had a great career, as part of DX, as part of NWO, as part of himself, 1-2-3 Kid. So yeah, he definitely gets in as part of the New Day singles. Like, what's legitimacy? It's like legitimately his singles run. I can't say that he deserves a Hall of Fame ring for that. Could he get one? Definitely, for sure. But that's why I think about Big E's Hall of Fame chances. That he gets in definitely as a New Day, but not as a singles guy.
Yeah, I have to agree. He's definitely going in with the New Day as a singles competitor. Nah, he's not getting it. He's not. It was short-lived. We didn't get to see the full potential. And if WWE does decide to throw him a bone, it might be one of them legacy things. I don't know what they usually do, like Buzz Sawyer. But
no.
Buzz Sawyer is a Hall of Famer.
He is?
The legacy shit.
Oh, really?
Big E's
Yeah.
not going in as a legacy.
What do they do? Find him in a dictionary somewhere? The PWI Almanac of 1981?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
definitely gonna be with the New Day.
Oh,
Kofi's gonna be
Yeah.
the only one out of the New Day to go solo and
yeah.
Yeah,
That's for the
New Day is undisputed. They're definitely going in.
Yeah.
They're definitely going in. It's just like I said. I personally think, based on others that have made the Hall of Fame, I think he's done enough to make it into the Hall of Fame.
solo.
I think that his injury. I think his injury will play into that, though. They'll probably look at what could have been or what they had planned for him, and based on what he had going on at the time. And that may be, as I said, I think he's done enough, but that may be enough to get him in as a solo.
Hey, if he gets in, hey, more power to him.
Because
But
I mean, don't forget,
see.
he literally he was there for Dolph Ziggler's rise. He was there for AJ Lee to help elevate her too. So I mean, he before he became New Day, he was part of important storylines back then when he had just come to the main roster. He wasn't just like kind of floating. I mean, they put him with two of their bigger mid-range stars at the time when he came up to the main roster. So it just speaks to how highly they thought of him even at that point, to put him with AJ Lee and with Dolph Ziggler now.
All right. Well, last segment of the show.
Yep.
Rapid fire. We're gonna do a 5 counts. All right, number 1. Your thoughts. Big E's best match. Go.
Him versus Roman, Survivor Series. That to me was his breakout match.
Have to agree. I love his championship match. I love his cash in versus Bobby Lashley, but it was just simply that it was a cash in.
Turn your mic on, John.
I guess Stripe doesn't have a favorite match, or
Let me say it one more time just so I'm understood.
At the Silver Dome.
I'm glad that my mic was off, so anything I would have tried to say did not make it. But I'm talking about the Nigerian drum match with
With
Apollo
Apollo?
Crews.
Just Apollo.
Apollo at
With Trick
WrestleMania
Williams.
Tampa.
God, I forgot.
All right, so
Trick Willie.
number 2.
Yep.
Number 2. Best promo moment.
Ooh.
For me, I think I just broke my neck. I came back. I could come back. I could be on the road with you guys. Like, no, it's too late. That was a good promo. That was real.
Yep.
I don't know what he said, but to get Stephanie and Triple H dancing, them guys, man.
That's so good.
Triple H got
That was good.
It's like, fuck it, I'll do it too.
Yeah. Triple H dancing like Vince.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I was thinking too.
After
So
so this Grant court case.
So
Stop it.
I'm sorry, but like we could talk promo, but I think I'm still floored. I still laugh every time I see that New Day podcast where he talked about Goldberg. It may not be a promo in the typical sense, but god damn it, he was hilarious. He was absolutely hilarious during that entire segment where he went into Goldberg, even to the point when it was like, so what's your favorite match? What's your favorite tag team match? You and somebody against 2 Goldbergs. He was like, that's right. I'm like, oh Lord, this is so wrong. This dude.
Goldberg.
This dude. Goldberg. Big, what do you say? Big meaty man slapping meat? Yeah. Dude was like, this dude was hilarious. Hilarious.
The same token, like, yeah, I was gonna go right there. Big meaty man slapping meat. How the hell did he affect the entire industry? You know, never mind his WWE title run. Never mind the unicorn. Never mind that. Never mind
Right.
the Bootios.
Dom had
One
one.
of the biggest impressions he made on the wrestling industry is big meaty man slapping
Slapping
meat. I mean, so much so, I forgot who it was. I think it was Willow Nightingale and Megan Bain. And I swear to God, the crowd's going, meat.
Yeah.
And just to say, that pod, I mean, they ended it and they started just doing repeats. But the New Day podcast was excellent.
It was
for its
gold.
time.
It was.
It's so
It was
good. It's
gold.
worth going back to revisit and
Yeah.
listen. It's just tremendous work, and that chalks up the chemistry of those three guys. Legit.
Right.
I mean, if it didn't come across on TV, then
It definitely came across there.
put your glasses on and watch the New Day.
I gotta ask you guys a question off their podcast because they asked everybody: balls or do you fold it?
What?
Tom, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember. It's been a long time
What?
since I heard that podcast.
Been a while.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so they always had a question. So
Oh,
when you
no.
go to
Okay.
wipe,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would freaking cry every time I hear this. Would you ball it up?
You got to roll it. You got to roll it. And, I hate it.
Shote,
Or would you
like cheeseburger.
flip?
Oh man, yeah. Wow.
Is that
yeah,
how you wipe in real life?
They literally just had like a whole podcast on just wiping. I'm just like, why am I listening to this? But it's funny as hell.
Yeah, I definitely got to go back and check out the pod.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, most underrated moment of Big E's.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Ooh.
His entire Intercontinental Championship run the first time.
I was thinking that.
all I can recall from that is he didn't make it to WrestleMania as a champion, and he lost it to Wade Barrett at Extreme Rules. That's all I remember about the damn Intercontinental title run of Big E. It's unfortunate. I really, look good on him, and I had high hopes for him, but nothing. That's when the Intercontinental title can mean a lot, Gunther, or it can mean a little. And unfortunately, at that time, it meant a little when Big E was the champion.
I don't remember too many of his promos when he was champion, but he did make it look like he was legit, like a champion. He was legit, in my opinion. A lot of guys, they get that title and you're like, when are they gonna take it off him already? It was a slow build to get them to that point, but man, I think honestly, again, that Roman match kind of like legitimized his title run. It made everyone realize like this guy can go in a pinch. If we really need somebody, this guy can go. And I think that moment, man, I don't think anybody saw that between those two. And for me, that's one of those underrated moments where you think you know a guy, but you don't.
Okay. Dude was doing splits in the ring. Motherfucker was too big to be doing that shit. That's one.
Cheesing too.
Number
So I
2.
think-
Yeah, cheesing hard as hell.
I think he folds.
Number 2. Number 2. The fact that brother was able to hold his balance on Kofi and X's shoulders when the Dudley's boys came back. That's 2. Number 3. Underrated is no one really knew how he would be as a commentator, and he actually does quite well.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
so that's 3. He's a chameleon. He can do essentially anything, and it is shown. But the biggest one to me actually was not something he actually physically did in the ring or anything like that. And this is kind of the same with all the New Day, but dude would come out with gear his gear always was a message in and of itself. his gear was always a message. It was like you'd go in and be like, okay, what gear has he got on today? And it's tied to something specific that's happening in the now. It's something that's happening that is it's a hot button moment. He's got gear on that's representing that. He like his persona as far as even what he wore to the ring, everything was thought out.
Yeah.
It was all thought out.
Yep. All right. Number 4. One word to describe his legacy. One word. 4 letters.
Unique.
That's 5.
I would say if it kind of doesn't make sense, but when Dom just finished asking that question, I thought of the word true. Everything about him was true, was real. I mean, it just nothing seemed disingenuous, nothing seemed fake about the guy. I mean, regardless of, what the little things we said about him during this show, he doesn't, his singles career doesn't deserve the Hall of Fame, but he had a great match as the WWE champion, and he was hilarious as part of the New Day on the podcast, but anything that he was involved with, it was just true. It was just real. It was genuine, authentic. Yeah. Don't use that word. But yeah, so authentic is a better word. But the first thought that came to me was true, but they mean they're interchangeable right now because that's who Biggie is, seemingly, out of the ring in real life, and as a performer, as a character on TV, he was just authentic. He was true, and it just seemed like a genuine good guy and human being, and a great performer as well. So he's a true wrestler.
Yep.
BBC.
And my word is going to throw some people, but understand the context in which I say it, and the word is disappointing. Reason being is this. I wanted so much more of it. I wanted so much more of it. There was so much more to him that was just on its way out, that was about to come out. There was so much more to him. There was so many more years left in his game, and injury took it all away.
Damn.
And that is very disappointing to me because he deserved to have his career flesh out for another 10 to 15 years of Big E, to see how far into the main event picture he can go, to see how many championships he could win, to see if that New Day breakup actually happens, how it turns out, all of that, all of these things that tied to Big E that we should have been privy to see that we did not get to see because of his injury. And I mean, dude tried for years to come back and it just didn't happen. So that's why I say disappointing, not because of him per se, because there is nothing about him that's disappointing at all. But the fact that we got robbed of the rest of his career is what's disappointing to me.
All right. I definitely understand. I see where you're coming from. All right. Number 5, Platano. I know I said no fancy booking, but a dream match of Big E. Yeah, you would like to see.
You already know where I'm going.
Oba.
No,
No, Oba.
no, not
Although
Oba.
Oba is pretty.
The Ring General. Gunther.
I feel like we got that.
Nope. Just missed it. Gunther was on his way up, and Big E unfortunately got injured, and we missed the boat.
They definitely wore the same Intercontinental belt.
That's about it.
Sick to Zion.
But yeah, that right there. You know how I feel about Gunther. This guy, he does bring back a little bit of old school, but he seems to figure out ways to like change his fighting style for everybody. If he's going against a smaller man, he'll act like the big guy. If he's got someone of his equal stature, if not stronger, he's like the chicken shit heel, but still finds a way to pull it off and uses intelligence. Dom's favorite word, intelligence. Uses that intensity of constantly going after that guy. But also at the end of the day, when the match is over, heel or not, his integrity stays intact. To me,
Strat, what about you?
Gunther and Big E.
How dare you cut Plato off?
No, fucker.
Plato, oh no.
I was trying to think of alternative answers because you can come up with a lot of options for fantasy matches, but seemingly an obvious one for me is Big E versus Royce Keys, FKA Powerhouse Hobbs. You know me, I love Powerhouse Hobbs, and I hope. And you know what? I don't listen to any of the podcasts on the WWE network, but Royce Keys being on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, like, God damn it, I want to hear him. I want to hear him. So that'll be the first download I ever do, and maybe only, of Stephanie McMahon's podcast.
Why don't you watch it after this episode on YouTube while you eat your pho?
Pho.
All right, BDC, what about you?
Yep, I'm gonna take the one that Platano came up with. It just stoked me. Biggie, Obafemi. I just two. You know how they say the irresistible force against the immovable object. In this case, it's just two irresistible forces just colliding. There's just it's just. I could see that match going. I can see it going very long, or I can see it going very short, with both of them just putting 100% effort into every move that they make. So in that regard, like Biggie would say, you're looking for your 5-star match, your 30-minute match, your high work rate, not here. It's just gonna be two big guys out there, pounding at it for whatever amount of time they get, and yeah, I think that would be it. That would be it. That would be it for me.
BDC did do it tremendous justice. Dom, if you don't know that, his reference right there, you gotta find it, man. Big E is cracking up, holding back every bit of laughter that he has. He said, man, you can keep your technical wrestling. You can keep your stretch mufflers. Keep your abdominal stretch. I just want to see two big, meaty men
Slapping
me.
slapping me.
I heard it.
You want your 5-star one? You want your
5-star matches? Don't want them.
Well, I would love to see all those matches you guys said. Gunther, Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs,
man. Obafemi.
I would love to see that. But the dream match, I would like to see if it could take place. It could happen one day, maybe. It could be a WrestleMania match, it could be an Elimination Chamber match. It doesn't matter. The match I always wanted to see is Big E taking on his barber. His barber fucked him up so many goddamn times. I want to see that damn match. That's my dream match right there. Terrible haircut. Who wins that one? The barber does.
How did I know at some point that was going to come up? I just knew it. Oh, my God.
Oh, shave your head, whoever loses.
Oh, my God.
That's what I want to see.
Fucking barber. God damn it.
But next week is Stratfac's choice, and he chose this man who didn't wait for opportunity. He took it. He deserved it. He put WCW on his back, and we ain't talking about Goldberg. We ain't talking about Sting. We are talking about a five-time WCW champion. We talking about a former king. We are going to talk about Booker T next week. Stratfac's choice.
Tell me you didn't just say that,
sucker.
I didn't even say the line yet. I know they extended Black History Month for 2 more weeks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hell.
Tell me I did not just say that.
Oh, man. Next week, we're going to talk about the legacy of Booker T. Yes, tonight is all about power. It was all about positivity. And it was all about Big E. Platano, thank you for bringing us down memory lane, talking about Big E. Langston. The real ones know about Langston.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, till then, I'm the Notorious One. I am Dom, here with BDC, here with Stratfax, here at Poppy Platano. Guys, remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that fun stuff. Share the power of positivity on our Facebook social media pages. We'd like to hear. If not, it doesn't matter. Till then, we will see you guys next time. Boom.
And this one's for you,
Boom.
Big E.
Woo!